History is not the name of the past, it's the name of the stories of the past. Slavia is just the name. It's the name given by the Skodas to their first ever manufactured vehicle in 1896. So you can imagine how important Slavia is to Skoda. But then, what's in a name? If Slavia was called something else, it would still get your attention. It has already infused enough excitement to the otherwise almost forgotten mid-side sedan segment. Let's say hello to the Slavia. The design might remind you of Octavia, might remind you of Superb, but this is completely thought right from ground up. These two character lines on the bonnet and the Skoda badging right here, the chrome stripped grille right here, and these vertical straps here makes it look very butch. There is these crease right here. There's a chrome strip on top of the fog lights. The LED looks very imposing. Overall, from the design aspect, Skoda has completely nailed it with Slavia. Now, if you move back to the side profile, there is the character line on the wheel arches, which again makes it look very nice. There are three character lines on the side profile, which gives it a distinction when you look from the side. There's a chrome strip on the door handle. Of course, there is a, if you have the key, it will open on its own. That way, it has completely done its job very well. The 16-inch tire profile might look undersized, under-tired, but the 17-inch would have made it even better. But then, that's what we get. Skoda badging, clear, Slavia badging right here, chrome strip right here. Again, there are three character lines right on the hood over here. Now, when you open it, there's a boot capacity will really enthrall you because this is huge. It's 521 litre boot capacity, almost the biggest in a segment. Still manages to squeeze in a proper tire without the alloys, that is. Let's hop in the rear seat right now. The cabin is spacious, but two things which hit me immediately is that there is no sunblind. In a hot scorching day, it's going to be a torture. And the sunroof is not panoramic. So you get a small sunroof, which is kind of okay for the front passengers, but from here it's of no use actually. Then of course you have an armrest with two cup holders here. Let me see, that's it pretty much. The transmission tunnel is not bossed up too much, so the third passenger can also squeeze in. You get two USB-C type ports here. And of course you get a small bag here. You can slide in a laptop, a magazine, you get a mobile holder here, and pretty much this is it. But of course, Slavia, the best place to grab a seat. First up is built on the MQB A0 IN platform, which typically is a front wheel, front engine cars, and a construct which is very modular. Skoda Kushaq, Volkswagen Tiguan also has the same underpinnings. Roughly about $8 billion has been spent in making it, and surely it's paying off because we have seen how successful the Kushaq and Tiguan has been. Slavia is the first in the sedan category. We are driving the 1 litre 3-cylinder TSI petrol engine that produces 114 brake horsepower and 178 Nm of torque. Now that's textbook stuff. But we've also driven the 1.5 litre automatic. That video review is unfortunately embargoed until 3rd of March. You should subscribe to the channel and press that bell icon so that you're notified. This is also available in a torque converter option, but we are driving the manual one. It is very playful, it delivers, it really moves according to your whip and fancy and to the direction where you're moving it to. The steering is precise as you would expect. It has been really built to perfection. Yes, Skoda has completely nailed it with these driving mannerisms, and there's nothing really to complain about. Only thing that really bothers me is the NVH level in the cabin. That's not really to your liking because if you have driven the Honda City, you are better off with the noise insulation out there. But apart from that, in terms of driving mannerisms, Slavia is really spot on. The gear shifts are very smooth. The steering is very precise. The driving quality is very good. And because of its high ground clearance, you can really glide over many bumps which you'd otherwise think once before in any other sedan in its own category. That's a big bonus mark to Slavia. In turns, it doesn't really oversteer or understeer. In fact, it's quite precise. Even the steering is very precise. It is not very chunky steering to hold. It's very light on your, you can move it in the one finger, but yes, it's playful. The whole word to describe the Slavia is playful. It's not underpowered at all. It really can pull you through the moment you want it to. Now, Skoda has thrown in a lot of new things in the infotainment system. You get a inbuilt apps. You get a lot of inbuilt apps along with this. One thing I didn't understand is why they have given a booking.com app in this. Of course, come on, I'm not going to do a booking while I'm driving, or if I'm pulled over, I'll rather use my iPad or iPhone. That's something I don't fail to understand. But then, of course, they must have thought through this. Apart from that, the speakers is again Skoda's own. It's nothing, the sound levels, the speakers is pretty decent. I would not say that it's the best in its class, but it's something that you can live by. The overall finish, it's all hard plastic everywhere. It could have been done better, but then you have to compromise on the cost also. You have to get the car at the right price. So in that sense, it looks premium, but it will feel plasticky whenever you touch it. The screen in front of you is quite fluid to move around. While driving also you can operate, and it's not that difficult. You have a fully digital instrument cluster in front of you. The AC controls are again all touch sensitive here. So everything has been made to appeal to today's generation, and it's quite a tech savvy car in that sense. It comes with a valet mode also, which you can use and give the car to the valet. You'll know exactly where the valet has gone. So yeah, you could use the valet mode for a lot of other things, like for example giving it to your kids or to anybody, and you can restrict them to go to a particular area. You'll be notified. So all that thing is right there. We are still to test all of that, but yes, it comes with all of that tech, which is a great step in this segment. About the ride quality, since the center of gravity is not as good as a regular sedan, it is higher up, so you will not really expect that kind of a ride as you would expect in a very road hugging sedan, maybe Honda City. By the time you're watching this video, the prices would have been revealed, and we have put that in the description. Now that's also going to be a deal breaker. But what is a deal breaker is that the Slavia is a deal in itself. Of course, it has a great engine, it has a great suspension setup, it comes with a very big ground clearance of 179 mm, which takes it to a borderline SUV category, which is what we need because our roads accepted are in deplorable condition, and that's what is going to give this whole segment a fresh lease of life, because otherwise people are not looking at sedan. Now this Slavia also has a big role to play because it's going to compete with its peer, the CIs, the Hyundai Verna, the Honda City of course, and also borderline SUV range. Yes, the ride quality would not be as supple and pliant as you would expect in a regular sedan, which is more grounded to the ground, but this one is very decent. Yes, it's more playful, and that's what you buy a Skoda for, and that will not disappoint you. You definitely have to go and take a test drive of the 1 liter TSI petrol engine. You are going to like it if you have the enthusiast in you, but you'll have to wait for our 1.5 liter TSI petrol that we have reviewed, and that video is coming out on 3rd of March. You have to stay tuned for that. And until the next one, take care. And by the way, do tell us what you like about the Slavia. What do you think is missing? I think they would have really done something with the cabin noise, but then the sound also makes it more energetic, and that's what you sign up in a Skoda for.